Discipline is the only road to freedom. But what is freedom? Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is doing what you ought. And what you ought to do is live a life of true authenticity. Authenticity is the highest vibration you could possibly operate at. And that authentic version of yourself is going to bring you to the abundance that you desire in this life. But if you lack discipline, the foundation of this all, you'll never be able to live a life of true authenticity and get that abundance. Today in this video, I'm going to teach you guys 5 methods to operate your discipline so you can live the life of your dreams. So let's get into it. The first thing that we must do is learn how to associate habits with daily events. So what do I mean by this? This works so well for the little nitty-gritty habits that we want to adopt for our self-improvement. Things like meditation, things like exercise, gratitude journaling, and so on. So what are some things that we do every single day? I'm literally talking about things that every single one of you guys watching this video does every single day. That is, wake up, go to sleep, and eat at least 1 to 3 meals every single day. So what can we do with these daily occurrences? We can associate these daily occurrences with a habit that we want to adopt and be disciplined on. So very powerful that we can control the first hour of our day, our morning, waking up, and the last hour of our day, our night, our going to sleep. If we can optimize these 2 hours every single day, we can implement these habits that we want to do. So if we associate waking up with going on a walk right after we wake up instead of scrolling our phone, or associate waking up with meditating and doing a journaling practice, when we wake up, our mind is going to be programmed now to associate waking up with doing these habits that we want to be disciplined with. Same goes for the nighttime routine. Say every single night you want to do a deep stretching routine, a meditation, some reflective journaling. We associate the darkness, what's happening outside, our sleepiness, things that we literally cannot control, things that are going to happen every single day with the things that we want to do in our lives, these little nitty gritty habits. What can we do with meals? What I love to do with meals is associate these 2 particular habits with it. 1 is walking and 2 is gratitude. I believe every single meal is a great time to be grateful. I'm grateful for this food on my plate. Some people aren't blessed to have food like that on their plate. I can thank the farmers. I can thank, the people who made it for me if I'm at a restaurant. And I'll be constantly in that abundant gratitude mindset. I can also optimize my health after every meal with associating every single meal with a post-meal digestion walk, because it's going to help me digest that food and feel better overall, all while going outside and getting daily exercise. So boom, there we go. There are some things that we do every single day that we now associate with these habits we need to be disciplined with in order to live a life that's truly authentic to the abundance that we desire. All right, so the second method is giving ourselves gamifications. I've never really used like apps before, but I came across this word and I thought it'd be pretty cool to say. So what we can do is do something like this. We can track our habits every single day. We can keep ourselves accountable. So we got, meditation, journaling, working out, walking, deep work, whatever, and check off the box in something like this, a discipline sheet. If you guys want to copy this sheet, DM me on Instagram or Discord. Just say discipline sheet or something, and I'll send you a copy of that if you want to just copy it down and make your own. But so what we're going to do is first check off the box every single day we do this. We're going to hang this or put this somewhere that we can see every single day. So even if we don't meditate or don't work out that day, we still have that awareness that we should be doing that. It's so easy to get caught in the loop of mindless consumption. We're scrolling our phone, we're hopping on the video games, and it's taking all of our awareness away. So we're not even thinking about the things that we should be doing. We're only thinking about the short-term gratification, right? But if we have this somewhere that we can see every single day, we're constantly going to be reminded other things we must do. Even if I disrespect myself and don't do the things that I'm looking at, I still am building a habit of thinking about it, thinking that, I probably should do that, right? So that's going to benefit us in the long run. So what do I mean? Going back to gamifications. So say I check off every single box on my discipline sheet, my habit tracker, whatever you want to call it, for a week. I'm going to reward myself with something with a holistic manner. I'm not saying take a cheat meal. That's a coat, by the way. We're going to go on a nice adventure. We're going to go get a massage, something like that. Whatever you enjoy doing. Or maybe, I'm going to play an hour of video games, right? Because an hour of video games is fine, right? We're going to reward ourselves for the hard work that we put in, all while tracking our habits. Because guess what? This is a great way to stay disciplined, because discipline will give us dopamine over time. All right, so something I want to do every single day is workout. Right? I want to be more consistent working out. And then over a course of a month, I see myself getting stronger in the gym, because I see myself checking off those boxes on a consistent basis. I see my physique improving, my health, my vitality, my energy improving. Right? How's this going to make me feel? It's going to make me feel pretty good. And you know why? Because I was disciplined. I put in the work. I gained that liberation, that freedom, the things that I ought to do to be a strong, vital man through my discipline. And now I have something very powerful. I have undeniable proof through my actions that I am capable of achieving that abundance that I desire in this life, all through tracking my habits. This is very powerful. The next thing we can do is optimize our environment. This is kind of going hand in hand with the first thing that I said. So where are places that we reside in every single day? Maybe that's at work or obviously in our home. If we spend a lot of time in our room is most likely associated with the undisciplined version of ourselves that we are right now. Maybe we have a fancy monitor in our room with a bunch of video game stuff, and we want to stop playing video games as much. We want to start going outside, exercising, or working on our dream business. So how can we optimize our desk, our physical environment, to invite in us hopping on the computer, not to play video games, but for us to work on our business? Maybe we can take down that background of our favorite video game on our PC. Or maybe we can put something as simple as post-it notes saying, I'm going to do X hours of work today, every single day, right? So I go on my computer with the routine of, I'm going to hop on the video games, but I see that conscious reminder, I need to work on my dream business first. And maybe I can reward myself, going back to number 2, gamifications, later in the week with playing a little bit of video games with my friends. But optimizing your environment is so powerful, because a lot of us, without having conscious awareness of this law, associate our environments with the bad habits that we want to discard of, and we don't associate them with the new things that we want to do, right? So if I can associate my house with something of abundance, all right, so I'm going to associate my couch not with scrolling my phone. I'm going to associate my couch with, I didn't even mean to do this for the video, but here's a book right here. And then over here, here's my journal, all right? So boom, I literally have my book in my journal on my couch. So instead of sitting down and scrolling my phone, I see my book right here and I see my journal. So even if I say, oh man, I'm just going to scroll my phone, once again, going back to the discipline sheet, I still have that conscious reminder through my environment that I should be doing these things. So even if I disregard myself, I go and scroll my phone, I was still thinking about, I could read. And over time, right? Maybe I'm not going to be 100% perfect, especially right away, but there is going to be times I sit down on my couch with the intent to scroll my phone and I see that book right there. And guess what I do? I grab it and I read it. And I'm now starting to build a habit slowly but surely of reading a book every time I sit on this couch to relax instead of scrolling my phone to empty my mind. Right? Your environment is so powerful. And if you can optimize it to your own advantage, you're going to be unstoppable. Number 4 involves deep reflection. You need to fall in love with the process. A lot of people see these things. Oh, you should meditate, you should journal, you should read, you should work out. Why? Not why I do it. Why do you want to do those things? Maybe I'm going to sit here in this video and tell you need to do all these things, but why do you want to do these things? How can these help you? How can these bring you to the abundance? What is the abundance that you desire? Everything in life is a mathematical equation. If you have a basic understanding of math, you would know that certain inputs into a mathematical equation will either bring us to a desired or undesired output. So the output is the abundance, the life we want to live, that authentic version of ourselves. So what are the inputs that we can plug into this mathematical equation to bring us to the output, which is Our why. Why do we want to do these things in the first place? Fall in love with the process. So it doesn't even feel like discipline anymore. You don't even use that term anymore. It's just things you do every single day. You right, you wake up, you meditate, not because oh I'm on self-improvement, just because it makes you feel good, just because you know it brings you joy. It does things that, scrolling your phone first thing in the morning will never do because it's you. You are now embodying that authentic version of yourself by having a strong why. A lot of people lack a strong why and just see things on the internet and don't really address why they want to do these things, the reasoning behind it in the first place. So the moment those temptations arise, they fall victim to these vices because they don't actually know why. They're trying to cut them out and trying to adopt these new beneficial things on a spiritual level. And the fifth and the final thing that we can do to optimize our discipline is to opposite action our bad habits. So every single bad habit is a man-made replication to try to please something in our primal brain of something that we should be doing. So everything of instant gratification is there to replicate something that you can achieve through delayed gratification in simpler terms. So I want you to think about like video games, for example, or maybe watching something on the TV, right? It tricks your brain into thinking that you're experiencing competition, which is something that everyone should experience, like real life competition, playing sports, not playing it or watching it on a TV, but actually going out there and playing it, physical activity. Or, maybe you're watching some drama or some suspenseful action film, right? It's replicating the feelings in your mind that you would get by going out in the real world and experiencing real things. All right. So moderation with those things are fine. But if you want to build good habits, I want you to realize these certain things, that these bad habits are profiting off your primal instinct. So if you have this conscious awareness that every time you want to play video games, you can actually get the same feeling addressed through physical activity, through competition, going to the local rec center and playing basketball with some strangers or something, right? Those are the things that you're going to do because those things are going to make you feel better in the long run. Right? You can use this energy to transmute it into the good things, the bad into the good, because there's a reason why people get so addicted to these bad habits like pornography, video games, doom scrolling the phone, because they replicate things in an easy way, right? I can easily go on my phone, look up or do these things for free, basically. Obviously, I'm paying whatever, but they will never actually hit the same as doing the real life thing. Pornography will never be the same as love. Video games will never be the same as real life competition, real life growth in a sport or physical activity. So if you have this conscious awareness and every time you get that urge, you transmute that urge into doing those disciplinary habits that you want to adopt, you will liberate yourself from those bad habits and embrace discipline, which will bring you to the life that you ought to live, that authentic version of yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys learned something new, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Peace out.